Welcome all, dear learners. Today's topic of this video is wall timing diagram for 4-stroke petrol engine. Myself, Vishrant Borkar, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department, CSMSS College of Polytechnic, Aurangabad. Outcomes of this videos are: you will able to explain wall timing diagram for 4-stroke petrol engine, will able to differentiate between actual and theoretical wall timing diagram, will know different angles in wall timing diagram. So let's see theoretical wall timing diagram. As we know, in a petrol engine, when piston moves from TDC to BDC, the crank rotates in a 180 degree, and when moves from BDC to TDC, it rotates in a again 180 degree. So this movement of crank is shown on this wall timing diagram. So in a theoretical wall timing diagram, it is assumed that inlet wall opens when piston is at TDC. So during this stroke, suction is taking place, and at the end of suction stroke, inlet wall is closed. So this is the first 180 degree rotation of crank. In another 180 degree rotation of crank, when piston moves from BDC to TDC, both the walls are in a closed position. Inlet and exhaust walls are in a closed position. During this, compression takes place. In another 180 degree of rotation, at the end of compression, when spark is ignited, the gases will expand and will push the piston from TDC to BDC. So during this, expansion will take place, and after end of expansion, exhaust valve will open and piston moves from BDC to TDC. All the burnout gases will exhausted from the exhaust valve. So for that, at the beginning of exhaust stroke, exhaust valve will open. So this is the exhaust stroke. At the end of exhaust stroke, exhaust valve will closed. So this is a theoretical wall timing diagram for 4-stroke petrol engine. Now we'll see actual wall timing diagram. In actual wall timing diagram, there is a difference in a opening and closing of walls. Now we'll see inlet wall will open. So as we have seen in a theoretical wall timing diagram, inlet wall opens at the beginning of suction stroke, but in the actual practice, we will open the inlet walls 30 degree before the suction stroke. Before the suction stroke. Why before? So at the beginning of suction, it will take time to open the valve. So we have to consider that timing. So the time loss will reduced by opening the inlet valve before the suction stroke. So that's why in the actual practice, inlet valve is open 30 degree before the suction stroke. And maximum air should be sucked during the suction stroke. That's why we have to keep open inlet valve for further time after the end of suction stroke. Why? Because airflow will remain on after the end of suction because of inertia. So inlet valve will open for further 35 degree of crank rotation. After that, inlet valve will close, and then compression will start. During this compression stroke, spark is ignited. In a theoretical, we have seen at the end of compression, spark is ignited, but in an actual valve timing diagram, spark is generated 45 degree before the end of compression stroke. So this is the point where spark is ignited, and from this point ignition will start. Why we have to ignite or spark generate before the end of compression? Because for combustion it will take some time, and propagation of flame will take place during this period. If we generate spark at the end of compression, so then power generation will start from this point, and piston also moves in a downward direction. So maximum power will generate after the moving piston in a downward direction. So power generated will not received by that piston. So to avoid this, we have to generate spark before the end of compression, that is before 45 degree. So maximum power will generate at the TDC position of piston, and that power will be transferred to the crankshaft. Now at the end of compression, then again expansion will start. So power generated during the compression stroke or power stroke, that is transferred to the crankshaft, and expansion of burnout gases will take place. During this, the maximum power will generate or received by the piston at the 90 degree of rotation after the expansion. So after that, power generated by the burning of fuel is not useful for the piston. That's why we can open the exhaust valve before 35 degree of end of expansion stroke. So what will happen if we open the exhaust valve before 35 degree of end of expansion stroke? So the pressure is already increased due to the burning of gases, so that high pressure will cause the burnout gases to run out from the engine. If we open the exhaust valve, that high pressure will come out from the engine without any efforts of piston. So that's why we have to open the exhaust valve before the end of expansion stroke. And after that, exhaust stroke will start. In this, when piston moves from BDC to TDC, the remaining burnout gases are forcefully exhausted from the engine, and it will remain open 10 degree after the completion of exhaust stroke. That means at the TDC, when piston is at TDC, the exhaust port will remain open 10 degree after the completion of exhaust stroke. So you can see here the overlap of inlet wall and exhaust wall. During this, what will happen? The incoming fresh air will push the burnout gases from the exhaust port. So that will also help to clean the combustion chamber. So this is the actual wall timing diagram of 4-stroke petrol engine. Dear learners, if you have any questions, you can ask me in a comment box. Thank you.